All right, welcome in everybody. Joe Huck here for Dike-New Hartford basketball against AGWSR tonight. Girls game getting ready to get started. We're about 5.5 minutes to game time. Pep band playing in behind me. We will get to the pregame and be ready to walk through things here very shortly. So hang tight here as we get ready to go with this game. I will be right back. All right, welcome back in, everybody. Quick break there as we again see the warm-up starting here for the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines, getting ready to start their game against AGWSR. Wolverines coming in off of a big win on Friday night against Hudson, following the Tuesday night game that we had here against Appleton Parkersburg. Wolverines right now 7-1, looking to continue that streak. Again, the only loss for the Wolverines on the year is that 1-point loss to Solon. So excellent battle here by the Wolverines, looking to stay right on track. A little bit of a change here in the lineups. We'll look first at the starting lineup for the AGWSR Cougars. Starting for the Cougars will be number 10, Karis Lippert, number 12, Caitlin Cope, number 32, Ava Olson, number 40, Traven Smith, and I'm going to screw names up, I apologize, and number 44, Josie Cooper. That will be the starting five here for the Cougars as we get going. For the Wolverines, it's, and I didn't change it, so we're going to make that change here right in time here. So for the Wolverines, quick change here that Coach Dahl didn't let me know about till right towards the end. Miranda Tyler is going to actually get the start in place of Jaden Peterson tonight. She will get her first start in the post. Another forward here for the Wolverines. So now let me update my That's what happens when you run things on the fly. So she will be in the first spot here, but as you'll see here, now Miranda Tyler at forward for the Wolverines. Peyton Foster at point guard, number 13. Number 15, Maren Bixby. Number 23, Maddie Busco. And number 25, Peyton Peterson, rounding out the starting five for the Wolverines for Coach Dahl tonight. So looking here for the Wolverines, again, currently on the year, they're averaging a score of 61 to 33. AGWSR is averaging a score of 45 to 34. So it'll be an interesting thing here to see if the Wolverines are able to push pace like they want to, especially being at home. We have seen in the past where they've struggled a little bit without Jaden Peterson on the floor early. So you look for Miranda Tyler to pick up and have a good start here for this one, and see the Wolverines get started quickly. That's one thing I know Coach Dahl really wants to go through here and get going. As we see the teams are going to start to head over here, and we'll get ready here for opening lineups with our PA announcer, Wayne Whips, and then we'll have the national anthem, and we'll be ready to start some basketball. So I will be here. I'm going to go away from screen for just a second, but I will be back here shortly for the call of the game.
starting lineups. For the away team on the scoreboard, the AGWSR Cougars. Number 10, a senior, Karis Lippert. Number 12, a senior, Caitlin Cope. Number 32, a senior, Ava Olsen. Number 40, a junior, Trevin Smith. Number 44, a junior, Josie Cooper. Head coach of the Cougars is Mike Finger, assisted by Bill Huebner and Dan Carson. And now the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. Number 13, a freshman, Peyton Foster. Number 15, a senior, Maren Bixby. Number 23, a junior, Maddie Busco. Number 25, a senior, Peyton Peterson. And number 53, a senior, Miranda Tyler. The head coach of the Wolverines is Bruce Dahl. Assistants are Matt Dove, Ashley Bennigan, Craig Chapman, and Madeline Dinner. Tonight's officials are C. Michael Anderson, Zach Clark, and Elisha Culpepper. Without the efforts of these individuals, high school athletics would not be possible. Dike-New Hartford would like to thank them for the work they do and their partnership with Iowa high school athletics. Please join us in giving these officials a round of applause for all they do. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand. The privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and those that continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us honor our country and respect their efforts by removing our caps, standing at attention, placing our hands over our hearts as we proudly perform our national anthem. Tonight, the national anthem is being performed by the Dike-New Hartford High School Pep Band under the direction of Mrs. Katie Slack.
All right, here we go for Wolverine basketball. Get ready to go here. Again, Wolverines hosting the Cougars from AGWSR. Last game of the year, or of the, before break for the Wolverine girls. The boys will be on the road on Thursday night. We'll talk a little bit more about that during the boys game. But for the girls, this is the last game they'll play here. Here before break, well-deserved break. As I said, Jaden Peterson not in the starting lineup tonight. She is dressed, but I don't think Coach plans on playing her, so we're going to see how things go here to start. Miranda Tyler gets a start in her spot, joined out there by the rest of the called the normal starters, quote-unquote, Peyton Foster, Maren Bixby, Maddie Buskel, and Peyton Peterson. Bixby to tip against Olsen and won by the Wolverines. Buskel with the ball into the front court to Tyler on the wing. Nobody on Tyler. Skips it across to Bixby. Bixby to Foster. Foster from the corner. She hits it. First three for the Wolverines. That three-pointer sponsored by People's Savings Bank. Ball comes up here. Cope with it here in the front court. Cope will reverse it to Smith. Smith back to Cope. Cope to Smith. Cooper working inside. Up top to Lippert. Lippert with the ball. Reverse it to Olson. That ball is taken away by Bixby. Wolverines in that zone defense. Bixby bringing the ball up. Looks like they're going to leave. Oh, nope. Now they are going to guard Tyler. It looked like they were going to leave her alone. She did hit a big three at Hudson on Friday night. She tells me it was intentional. The ball is lobbed in from Bixby to Peterson. Peterson up and good. The Wolverines here in their press. Ball being reversed. Currently with Olson. Olson to Smith. And that is 10 seconds. It's a 10-second call. Wolverine defense gets a 10-second call right away on the Cougars. So excellent job by the Wolverines there to start this game. Ball into Foster. Foster with it up top. Looks like a little bit, almost a man. Ball out to Busco. She'll take the three from the corner. She hits it. Maddie Busco has been a little bit on fire here for the Wolverines. She hit two big ones to start the game at Hudson. So again, she looks like she's starting to find that shooting stroke. That ball is turned over to Peyton Peterson. She brings it down, looks for Peyton Foster, but throws it away. Just a little too hot for Foster to handle. Ball, it looks like, went all the way out into the hallway. Brought back in here. It's going to be Olson inbounding it for the Cougars. Olson brings it in to Smith. Smith gets it tipped away by Bixby, but she came down on the line. That's going to stay with the Cougars. First substitution is in for the Wolverines, and that is Izzy Norton in for Miranda Tyler. Ball to be inbounded here by Cope. She gets it to Lippert. She's trapped. She gets it back to Cope. Pushing it across, gets it across. Now trap here in the front court. Ball is to Smith. Smith to Lippert. Lippert. That ball ends up in Cooper's hands, and she puts shot up. Missed, but rebounded by Olson. She puts it up and in. 8-2. Wolverines lead this one. Peyton Foster right down the lane. It's a shot up and in. A good take by Foster. The Wolverines up 10-2 early. Ball is into Cooper's hand. She turns it over. Peyton Peterson down the lane. Shot is up, but no good. Rebound to the Cougars. Out quickly is number 40, Smith. She misses the shot, and that's rebounded. Here comes Busco. Busco to Bixby. Bixby back to Busco. Busco over here to Foster. Foster with three. Oh, little long. Rebounded there by Cope. Ball is in Smith's hands. She's going to slow it up as she brings it across the half-court line. And she took her time and too long, and 10-second violation. So ball coming back the other way. Wolverines will have it. And I think I'm a three-pointer short, but we'll get it up there. So ball here with Foster. Sylvie Fuller checked into the lineup for Maddie Busco. So Foster off the screen from Fuller. Out to Bixby. Bixby up to top to Fuller. Fuller over to Norton. Norton for three. Hits it. Izzy Norton stays hot here at home. Another three-pointer for the Wolverines. Again, People's Savings Bank, 5 points for every three. Ball up quickly. Ooh, ball gets to Cope, and they're going to call Peyton Peterson on that foul. Peterson swung through to block it and ends up collecting her first foul. So the Wolverines leading this one 13-2 with 4:28 to go here in the first quarter. First shot for Cope is up and out. Rolls around, did not stay in, so she'll get the second one. Wolverines get set here. Cope's second shot is up and out off the back rim, rebounded by Foster. Foster with the ball coming down court. Over to Fuller. Fuller will look at the three. Little long, tipped out by Bixby. She goes and gets her the rebound. Gets it to Foster. Foster bringing it across. Foster throws it off of Smith's hands, but Fuller gets it back. She throws a lob up there, tries to get to Peterson, and that one is tipped away by Cooper.
Returning
Buskell will come back in here for Marin Bixby as the Wolverines will inbound it with Peyton Peterson underneath. Peterson goes right to Buskell, looks right into Peterson, makes her move, up and under, gets the layup. Ball up quickly. Lippert with it across half court. Ball to Smith. Smith with it here on the wing. Smith looks to attack, splits the zone, gets the floater up. And that is rebounded by Sylvie Fuller. She goes out quick to Foster. Foster to Norton. Norton got it off her hands. She had to save it right to the Cougars. Right to Lippert. Lippert brings it across. She gets it. Smith back to Lippert. Looks up for Cooper, and that ball is out of bounds to the Wolverines. Marin Bixby will check back in. She's going to get Peyton Foster. The Wolverines quickly making subs here. Fuller inbound to Bixby. Bixby will bring it across and get it to Buskell. Nope, she's going to bring it herself. Gets the ball to Norton. Norton skips it across to Fuller. Fuller goes into Peterson. Peterson drives but kicks it out to Fuller. Fuller to Buskell. Buskell to Norton. Norton with the ball up top. Norton hands it off to Bixby. Bixby with the three. Tipped by Peterson, rebounded by Fuller. Misses the follow-up, and that ball gets rebounded by Cooper. Lippert bringing the ball across. Or nope, sorry, that was Smith bringing the ball across. Over to Cope. Now to Lippert. That ball tipped away by Bixby. Bixby with the long arms is right in the middle of every play here for the Wolverines. Cope will take the ball out of bounds for the Cougars, and we're going to have a substitution. First sub here for the Cougars. It's going to be Claire Culver is going to come in for Lippert. Ball is in Smith's hands right now. Nope, she kicks the ball to Cope. Cope to Cooper. Cooper with the shot, miss, but rebounded there by Culver. Ball is out to Smith for three. Rebounded by Peterson. She throws it up. Bixby will end up with it, and Bixby will get the layup. Good answer by the Wolverines right away. Smith throws it away. Buskell has it out to Bixby. Bixby puts the ball on deck. She attacks. Kicks it over to Norton. Norton will take another one. She'll hit another three. Norton drills another one for the Wolverines. Ball is quickly up and tipped away by Peterson. Looking to go to Cope. Peterson jumps in front of it. We're going to have Miranda Tyler back in for Sylvie Fuller. The Wolverine defense staying in their press right now. Ball's around to Culver. Culver has a pass taken away by Bixby. She's going to go in for the layup. Bucket's good by Bixby. And that is going to bring a timeout from Coach Finger and the Cougars. We're going to have a 30-second timeout here with 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Wolverines lead this one 22-2. So excellent job by the Wolverines getting out and running, getting some open threes, and knocking them down. So tonight you're going to see again for the first time this year we've had the three-point banner for People's Savings Bank. We appreciate all their help and support throughout the year, and we were missing that at the beginning of the year, so we're glad we have it now. Stay tuned. I will say stay tuned at the end of this broadcast. We're going to stay on for just a little bit because the Wolverines have got a honoree in here tonight, and we're going to do a quick interview with them after the girls game before we start the boys stream. So be ready for that. Ball inbounded by Olsen. That ball is thrown away off of Cooper's hands and goes to Bixby. Bixby, to Peterson. She was looking at the three, and Cope got in behind her and got the block. She brings it across, gets the ball to Smith. Smith over to Lippert, who's back in for the Cougars. Lippert to Cope, down in the corner, into Cooper. Kicks it out to Smith. Smith with the drive, shot up, misses it. Ball tipped around. Cooper gets the rebound and puts it in. So second basket for the Cougars tonight. Buskell bringing the ball across to Bixby. Bixby to Tyler. Tyler puts the ball on the deck and attacks. and kicks it out to Peterson. Over to Busko for three. Off the rim and rebounded by Cooper. Ball brought across by Smith. Smith to Lippert. Lippert being guarded by Bixby. Back up top to Smith. Smith over to Cope. Lippert puts ball on the ground and puts it in. Busko bringing the ball across, 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Wolverines can hold for one. To Bixby, 9 seconds to go in the quarter. Bixby to Norton, 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Norton to Tyler, and that ball's tipped away. Ball ends up in Smith's hands, and she gets the last shot off and misses it. Wolverines, after one, lead this one 22-6. As we get ready to go to the second quarter, we will see. It looks like we're going to have all right, looks like for the Wolverines, we will have Foster. Well, it looks like starting five? Nope, not quite starting five. So it looks like it's going to be Foster, Busko, Bixby, Abby Jensen in for the first time tonight, and Miranda Tyler. Peyton Peterson will get her first break. As we get ready to start the second quarter, it will be Cougar basketball here to start. Coming out for the Cougars is number 10, Lippert, number 12, Cope, number 32, Olson, number 40, Smith, and number 44, Cooper. Again, the same starting five here for the Cougars. Ball comes in. Ball is lobbed in, looking for Cooper, but Tyler jumps up and knocks that ball out of bounds. Good play there by Miranda Tyler. Said Peyton Peterson getting her break right now at the end of the first quarter. Ball is inbounded here to Lippert, and she is going to, Smith, and Smith went to shot fake and drive, and she got it a little bit high and carried the ball. Ball here to Foster, bringing it down for the Wolverines. Foster comes across half court, kicks it over to Busko. Busko to Foster. Foster to Bixby. Bixby back to Busko. Puts on the deck, goes to Tyler. Tyler to the middle, kicks over to Jensen. Jensen to Foster. Foster comes down the lane. She gets a shot up and in. Good take by Peyton Foster. Smith with the ball. Smith to Olson, back to Smith, and she's going to look to go up to Cooper. Cooper to Lippert. Lippert on the drive, and she's going to get the bucket answer. Wolverines lead this one 24-8. Ball is into Busko, who kicks it back to Smith, or to Foster. Foster with it coming across. Foster to Tyler. Tyler takes the three. Little long. Just a touch long, and we're going to have Peyton Peterson check back into lineup for Abby Jensen. So the Wolverines back with her five starters on the floor. Ball is into Cope. Cope back to Olson. Olson to Lippert. Lippert ends up to Olson and then to Cope, but off her hands and out of bounds. It's going to be Wolverine basketball. They were just about another 10-second call. Ball is inbounded to Foster. Foster with it up top. Foster to Peterson. Peterson out to Busko. Busko up to Tyler. Tyler gets it blocked. Scramble for the rebound, and that is going to be off of Smith, and it'll be Wolverine basketball underneath. All right, Wolverine basketball underneath. Busko taking it out. Busko looks to get it to Peterson, but the ball gets kicked by Cope. Buskell again. She gets it to Bixby. Bixby to Peterson. Peterson with it up top. Over to Foster. Foster to Buskell. Buskell back to Peterson. Wolverines moving the ball around. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ball's to Bixby. Bixby back out to Peterson. Fakes the three. Looks to attack, but off her knee, and that is going to be Cougar basketball. In for the Wolverines is going to be number 5, Izzy Norton. In for Miranda Tyler. Ball inbounded. That ball currently in Olsen's hands. Olsen to Lippert. Lippert gets it taken away. Foster with it. She'll attack. Left-handed layup. Good. Foster with another bucket. Ball with Smith. Now to Olsen. Olsen with it. Back to Smith. Smith up to Cooper, who goes up to Lippert. She's going to attack again. Challenges Peyton Peterson and misses the shot. Ball ends up to the Cougars with Olsen. Olsen to Smith. Smith back to Olsen. That ball currently with okay, now I'm sorry I lost my train of thought there. Ball to Cope into Cooper, and she stepped out of bounds on her move, so that's going to be Wolverine basketball. They were down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ball going to be Sylvie Fuller is going to first of all check in for Maddie Buskell. Foster with the ball. 5:14 to go here in the first half. Ball to Bixby. Bixby to Norton. Norton to Foster. Up to Peterson. Peterson back to Bixby. Bixby to Foster on the cut through. Left-hand layup. Good. Great play by the Wolverines and a good finish by Peyton Foster. Ball in Cope's hands. Back to Olsen. Wolverines scrambling to Smith. Smith will get it across the timeline. Brings it to the wing. Skips that ball over to Lippert. She's going to attack down the lane, and she's going to collect a foul. Not sure who they're going to give that one to. Looks like that's going to be on Foster, her first. Only the first for the Wolverines in this quarter. They do lead this one 28-8. Lippert on the line for 2 free throws. First free throw is good by Lippert. She'll get the second one. No changes for either team at this point, with 4:38 to go in the first half. Second one by Lippert. Up and in. So 28-10. Wolverines lead this one. Foster with the ball coming across half court. Foster to Fuller. Fuller hands off to Foster. Foster around the corner. She's going to attack. Scoop layup did not go and rebounded there by Olsen. Olsen gets it to Smith, and she's going to bring the ball across half court for the Cougars. Smith looks to drive down the middle. Shot up, and they are going to get a foul call on that one. They're going to get Peyton Peterson with her second foul. Smith on the line for the Cougars. Her first free throw is off the edge, and substitution, Maddie Buskell is going to check in. Maddie Buskell checking in for Maren Bixby, and Ella Deemer checking in for Cope here for the Cougars, as the Wolverines are going to take a 30-second timeout between these free throws. So we'll see. Smith's going to be back to the line for another free throw attempt, and we'll see what the Wolverines have decided to do here coming out of this little timeout. 4:17 to go here in the first half. Wolverines do lead this one 28-10, and we will have Coach Tagtow here at halftime with us for a quick interview. And as I said, stay tuned here after we get done with this game. We do have the Wolverines. We'll have a honoree here that we will stay on stream for, and then we will have an interview with that person as well after the game. So Smith with her second free throw. It's up and good. Foster with the ball here. Wolverines lead this one 28-11. Foster kicks it to Norton. Norton will skip it across to Busco. Busco out to Fuller. Fuller over to Norton. She's open for three. Off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Peterson. She puts it back up, and I think, yep, they're going to get her with a travel before the shot. She's trying to get her position. Back in here for the Cougars is Cope. She comes back for Deemer. Ball into Smith. Smith to Cooper. Cooper up to Cope. Cope will bring it across. Cougars will reset. Smith with the ball up top. Wolverines in their 2-3 zone. Smith with a good drive, gets a shot up, and that ball rebounded by Lippert. Ball kicked over to Smith. She shoots the three, might have been partially blocked. Ball kicked by Busco, kicked into Norton. Norton gets the layup. Ball in quickly to Lippert. Lippert to Cooper. Cooper to Cope. Cope down the lane. Shot up, no good. Cooper ends up taking that rebound. She misses the follow-up and gets her rebound again and finishes it. So two quick rebounds there by Cooper, and she gets the putback. Busco with it in the front court. Gets it to Norton. Norton will pull the three. And that ball is rebounded by Olsen. Olsen hands the ball to... So Olsen hands the ball to Smith, and Peyton Foster is going to pick up her second foul. Bixby going to check in for her. In for the Cougars is Carly Hooger. She checks in here for Cooper. Ball into Hooger. Over to Smith. Smith up to Cope. Cope brings it up to the wing. Wolverines get back. Smith with the ball up top. Over to Lippert. Ball is into Olsen. Olsen puts it on the deck and attacks. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Peterson. She's going to come out. She's attacking downhill. Over to Bixby at the arc. Bixby skips it across to Busco. Busco for two. Back of the rim and out. Ball then rebounded by the Cougars. Smith has it, bringing it across the timeline. She's going to get a screen from Hooger. Puts the ball on the deck, attacks all the way in, gets a left-handed layup. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter, or in the first half. Wolverines lead this one 30-15. Busco bringing the ball across. 30 on the shot clock. Busco with it to Bixby. Bixby gets a screen from Peterson. Then, tried to get it to Peterson, but Lippert takes it away. And then she can't handle it, and Bixby takes it from her, gets it to Peterson. Peterson bringing it back down. Guarded by Olsen. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Ball to Busco to Bixby. Bixby into Peterson, out to Fuller. Fuller will take the three. Off the rim, rebounded there by Smith. Fuller snuck in on me. I'm not sure. She checked in the lineup. I'm not sure when, but Lippert with the ball. Over to Smith. Smith to Cope. Cope. Kick it back over here to Smith. Ball around the outside. Smith skips the ball over to Cope. Cope up to Hooger. Hooger over to Smith. Smith will take the three. Front of the rim. Fuller with the rebound to Busco. Up quickly to Peterson. She tips it over to Norton, and that ball is then tipped away by Cope. We're going to have substitutions coming in. We are going to have Peyton Foster, Abby Jensen, and Miranda Tyler coming in for Maddie Busco, Sylvie Fuller, and Peyton Peterson. Also back in is Cooper for the Cougars. Ball's over to Norton. Norton looking in for Bixby, and ball taken away there by Cope. Cope bringing it down. She's got it 31 seconds here to go in the half. Shot clock is almost identical. Lippert goes into Cooper. Cooper gets the shot up, misses it, rebounded by Jensen. Jensen to Foster. Foster bringing it across. 15 seconds to go in the half. Foster looks to attack, kicks it over to Norton. Norton for three from the corner. Off the rim, scramble for the ball. And we are going to have a foul on Marin Bixby. Scramble for the ball and loose ball foul there by Bixby. So ball will be out of bounds to Olsen will take it out for the Cougars. She goes into Cooper. Cooper up to Smith. Smith takes the shot, misses it, rebounded there by Jensen, and that's going to be your halftime score. Wolverines started out quickly, had this one up. We're leading this one early, and they will now go into halftime with a 30-15 lead as we hit the half. Pep Band will be playing. I'm going to be joined here by Coach Tagtow here shortly, and we will be right back with that. I don't have any commercials, so yeah, we're got me?
I got you.
All right. Again, as I said, joined here at halftime by Coach Tagtow, boys coach. I know you're in here someplace. There we go. So, Coach, obviously we talked a week ago. A couple of tough games for you guys with the Appleton Parkersburg Falcons and then Hudson Pirates back in consecutive nights. That's just a tough schedule for anybody. Boys battled. Looked like they fought hard and just a lot of firepower on both those teams.
Yeah, honestly, I think you nailed it. It wasn't a lack of us playing hard or engagement or anything like that, but those are two really good teams. Hudson's got 10 seniors and 7 seniors in the rotation, and they're a tough matchup for anybody. So.
Well, and as you get tonight, I mean, obviously we saw Friday. I think you guys found out what we saw there at the end of the game on Tuesday night. Junior Jack Haynes, who's been in your starting lineup, went down with a hand injury, and then he was out here Friday night, was unable to play. So with that loss, bringing your front court maybe down a little bit from a depth standpoint, you guys had to play maybe a little smaller than you would have liked to play against Hudson, I think. What's that look like going forward here for you guys?
Yeah, it's really two things for us. Obviously, not having Jack, we got to kind of shuffle our lineup, kind of decide how we're going to play. And specifically against Hudson, they went small against us pretty much the whole game. So they kind of put us in a position where we really couldn't put a lot of size on the floor if we wanted to have any shot at matching up with them, and they're a tough matchup no matter what. So, that game specifically, but even going forward without that, we'll be without Big Jack for a while. So we're just kind of trying to find our way. Are we gonna go farther into the bench and stay big? Are we gonna go small? I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna be something we're gonna feel out these last two before Christmas break. We've been closing with a small lineup, a lot all year, so it's not a ton different. But we just got to see whether we want to do that for whole games or how it's going to work.
Well, and I think, as you just said, obviously, as you play different teams are going to have different strengths, so you're going to have to probably adjust on the fly as you go. So,
right.
But I think one of the things I've really, we talked about your bench depth there last Tuesday, and obviously that's being put to test here without Jack in the lineup. But I think, you got a couple games here this week against this one tonight against AGWSR, and then you guys actually play Thursday night as well. The girls, this is their last game before break, and you guys get to go to Iowa Falls and play Iowa Falls Alden. Looks like, from what I can see, it looks like a couple winnable games for you guys as you go into break.
Yeah, I think so. These guys they've struggled a bit this year, AGWSR, but they're still playing team stuff. Friday night, they played a tight one most of the way against South Hardin, who we'll see later. And Iowa Falls they're kind of tough to read. They play in a 3A conference, so they're playing a lot of bigger schools. They're going to be tested and ready to go.
Yep.
It's not going to be an easy
to go on the road. Obviously, is going to be another thing there. See another team that you don't. And Iowa Falls is not a team that you guys see a lot.
Yes.
So it's not like, and even I would say even AGWSR is not a team you guys see a lot. I was looking back and what Varsity Bound runs, which is through 09, there's only 2 games that are listed. So I know from the girls' side when Coach Dahl came over, they said they weren't going to play us anymore. So, but it's just kind of weird how that works out. That being on the other side of the conference, we just haven't been paired up with them at all.
Yeah. Well, I know we didn't get them last year. I think going forward, Well, I don't think that'll be the case anymore, where there'll be weird outliers like that, teams where you're missing. But yeah, however it's worked out. Not a team we've played a ton, but yeah, Iowa Falls especially, not a team we've played in for a long time, but stylistically the way that they play is a lot different than what we see night in, night out. So we're going to have to be locked into that one on Thursday.
Yep, that'll be a good one. Again, hopefully, I'm not sure if anybody's got that one on stream or not, but I hope they stream it. But either way, I'll be sitting there, so it won't matter. I'm at some point just going to bring all this with me and go ahead and just run our broadcast too. But no, like I said, obviously you mentioned it. AGWSR has really struggled kind of this year, and looking back, they've been in games, but just haven't been able to hold on for the whole game and play 4 quarters. So good luck tonight. Go get them. Looking forward to seeing what the guys can do and come out and be ready to go. And then, like I said, you guys get one more on Thursday, and then you got a well-deserved break.
That's right.
You guys early on had really, really kind of a tough, I won't say a tough schedule, but really a schedule you guys had to come out every night and be ready to play.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, those 2 last week have been 2 of the top teams in the conference for the last few years with their upper class, pretty large upperclassmen group, and like you said, Hudson with all their seniors. So again, that's always a good matchup, I think, when you get a chance to go in and battle those teams. But for the kids' standpoint, you said I think the kids battled both games. Not a point where we just showed up and didn't try. I was impressed with the effort the kids gave. So hopefully we can bring that effort tonight, come get a win, and keep pushing this season forward.
That's the plan. As long as we keep playing hard, I think we'll be in good shape. So hopefully the guys are ready to go, and we'll see how we do tonight.
All right. Good luck, Coach.
Thank
we wish you luck
Appreciate
tonight.
Appreciate
Good to talk to you again. Again, Coach Tagtow joining me. We'll flip back over and see I'm not even sure what grade this is, but some of the young kids out here playing, little half court 3-on-3 on both ends. So
always good to see the young kids.
Oh,
play.
yeah.
My
like
favorite
to see
halftime show is the youth.
Yep, that and with the pep band playing too. It's just a good all-around halftime game. So
You bet.
All right, well, we are going to go and we will run the Booster Club video real quick, and then we will be back after this. So. All right, we are back here with a minute. Well, just under a minute here to go. Looks like my clock, I'm a little bit behind, so we're going to hopefully catch up here as the Wolverines pep band is getting ready, is playing through here. Yep. So hopefully this picks up and gets us back within where we're supposed to be. But a good conversation there with Coach Tagtow. Always like talking to him about the Wolverines. Again, as he said, a couple of tough games there the other night. But we're getting ready to go here for the second half of this game. Wolverines will come out with their starting five. As here we go, Wolverines bring the ball in to start. Foster with it. Foster over to Peterson. Peterson fakes the handoff. She's going to go right down the lane, and she's going to get the bucket right off the bat. First play out of the gates for the Wolverines. Ball, Olsen up to Smith. Smith dribbles around the defense. She's going to attack, and she gets the ball to Cooper, who gets a layup to answer. So quickly for both teams, going quick. Foster with it, coming across half court. Foster up to Peterson. Peterson looks to Bixby on the cut. Backdoor cut for the layup. Bixby with a quick one. Wolverines back and forth here with the Cougars. Busco. Ball is up to Lippert. Lippert attacks. Cooper coming down the lane. She's going to get the shot up and in. Right now, Wolverine transition defense is struggling. Cooper with a couple buckets. Foster brings the ball across. Foster over to Busco. Busco back to Foster. To Peterson. She's going to take the shot from the elbow. Rattles in and out. Rebound to Smith. Smith going to bring it down. Bring it across for the Cougars. Smith up to Lippert. Lippert looking into Cooper, and she fires it. Goes through Cooper. She doesn't touch it, but right off Miranda Tyler. And out of bounds. So it's going to be Wolverine. It'll be Cougar basketball underneath. Cope going to take the ball out for the Cougars. Cope looks, brings it into Smith. Smith drives back to Cope down the corner. She's going to dribble it up top. Almost loses it, but gets it back. Over to Smith. Smith looked to go in, but tipped away and taken away by Bixby. Bixby with the ball coming down court. Looks like Peterson might have taken an elbow in the chops. She's going to put the ball on the deck. Spin move, just can't get it up over the rim. Rebounded there by Cooper. Ball brought across by Smith to Cope. Cope back to Smith. Smith to the wing. Ball taken away by Bixby. Bixby all alone. Going to take it end to end and get the layup. Ball is in. Smith off of Cope's hand. She's going to look to go up to Lippert and throws it away to Peterson. Peterson to Tyler. Tyler over to Foster. Foster coming up the right side. She'll take it back. She's going to get the offense set. Goes to Busco. Busco looks at Tyler, kicks it back to Foster. Foster over to Bixby. Bixby hits Peterson on the drive down the hoop, but tipped away and rebounded by Busco. She gets a shot up. Rebounded by Peterson. She's going to get the shot up, and she's going to get a foul. Almost got it to fall, but did not. So we are going to have a foul here on the Cougars, and that is going to be on Cooper. That is her first. Cougars' first of the second half. And Peterson going to get two from the line. Peterson's first shot up and good. Substitutions in for the Wolverines is Izzy Norton and Sylvie Fuller. Coming out is Miranda Tyler and Maddie Busco. Peterson's second free throw. Up and good. Gets them both. Cougars will take it out. Wolverines in their press. Ball is up to Lippert. Ball's tipped off of, that's going to be off of Bixby's hands, I believe. The ball goes out of bounds, so the Cougars are going to reset. Cope taking it out. Get the ball into Smith. Smith takes it over to Lippert. Lippert for three. Little long, but rebounded by Smith, and she's going to put it up, and get fouled by Sylvie Fuller. That is going to be Fuller's first foul of the game. First foul of the second half for the Wolverines, or the third quarter. Still working out the new foul rules, folks, so apologize if that one gets mistaken. First shot up and good by Smith. She's going to get a second one. Gets herself set. Shot is up off the back of the rim, rebounded by Peterson. Peterson out to Foster. Foster kicks it across to Bixby. Bixby puts ball on deck and loses control of it, and will go back to the Cougars. Wolverines lead this one 38-20. 4:58 to go in the third. Cougars bring it in. Smith with the ball. Back to Olsen. Olsen reverses it to Lippert. Lippert back to Olsen. Olsen to Smith. Smith just gets the ball across before a 10-second call. To Lippert. To Cope down in the corner. Back up. Lippert with it. Gets the ball to Smith. Cougars reset. Smith over to Cope here on the left. Back to Smith. She looks to attack. Splits the defense, but gets the ball taken away, and that is going to be a jump ball. It's going to be Cougar basketball underneath on the jump. 6 seconds to go in the shot clock. Cope inbounds it to Cooper. Cooper kicks out to Smith. She gets the shot up, misses it. Rebounded by Peterson. Peterson up to Norton. Norton for two on the layup. Good look by Peterson and good run out by Izzy Norton. Peterson steps in against Lippert. Trap set. Ball to Cope. Cope to Smith. Smith comes around. Comes over top. She's going to skip it back over to Cope. Cope for three. Rims it out. Rebounded though by Lippert. She's been all over the place on the board. Smith with the drive. Shot up, missed. Rebound to Peterson. Peterson up to Norton. Norton again for two. Izzy Norton with a good game night, and Maddie Busco is going to pick that foul up, going for the steal. She ends up going right through the defender, or right through the offensive player. It's going to be her first of the night and the second of the third quarter for the Wolverines. Wolverines lead this one by 22. Kicked in, reversed to Smith. Smith with it. Looking for Cooper. And we're having a timeout by the Cougars. 30-second timeout. Coach Finger calling that 30-second timeout here for the Cougars in the offensive end. Wolverines are going to have a substitution coming in. Looks like Bixby back in for the Wolverines. So we'll see when the Wolverines come out what their set is. But Wolverines will be on defense. Again, as we stated earlier in the game, and I didn't talk about halftime, this is the last game for the Wolverines before the break. I know talking with Coach Dahl, he's excited to get a break here, give the girls a chance to rest and relax and get prepped here for the second half of the season. So Wolverines, it will be Cougar ball here on the side. Cope to take it out. It looks like Bixby is back in for Foster. Smith with it. Drives around. Shot up from the wing. Misses it. Rebounded by Busco. Busco will push it up. Busco looks up to Bixby, who gives it right back to Peyton Peterson, who puts it up and in. Great ball movement by the Wolverines. Olsen with it to Smith. Smith looks for Cooper. Cooper throws it up to Lippert. She's going to put it on, going to tack, and she's going to get the left-hand layup up and in. Busco with it, bringing it back across for the Wolverines. Busco to Peterson. Peterson on the deck. Spin move up and does not get it. Got a little bit too deep and got to the bottom of the backboard. We are going to go here with Smith over to Lippert. Lippert back to Smith up top. The Wolverines still in their 2-3 zone. Over to Cope. Cope puts it on the deck, kicks it out to Smith. Smith will put it down and attack. Goes right at Peyton Peterson. It looks like they're going to get Peterson for that foul, and that's going to be her third. Peterson held her ground, but Smith did a good job of going to the side of her and catching her as she went by. So looks like a couple subs in here after this first free throw by Smith. Smith's first shot is up and in. Substitutions in for the Wolverines. It's going to be Miranda Tyler in for Sylvie Fuller, and for the Cougars, it's going to be Carly Hooger coming in for Cooper. Smith gets the second free throw. Free throw is up, off, rebounded by Bixby. Bixby with it, out to Busco. Busco bringing it across half court. Holds up, set the offense. Busco to Bixby. Bixby for three, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Hooger and gives it right to Smith, who's on the move. Smith up to Lippert. Lippert gets it blocked by Bixby. She's taking that in strong against a couple of Wolverines, but she couldn't get it by Bixby. That's going to be, and it's going to be Cougar basketball underneath. Looks like Smith is going to inbound it. Wolverines have got a couple subs coming. It's going to be Abby Jensen and Peyton Foster in for Maddie Busco and Peyton Peterson. Ball's into Olsen. Olsen to Cope. Cope to Smith. Smith around the corner. Looked like she wanted to pull up and take that shot, but lost control of the ball. Lippert on the wing. Looks, stolen by Norton. Norton will take it in herself for the layup. Izzy Norton, another good night here. Ball's up, picked off by Bixby. Bixby to Tyler. Tyler over to Foster. Foster down to Norton. Norton's going to pull a three from the corner. Rebounded by Tyler. Shot up, but rebounded by Hooger on the miss. Smith with it now. Being pestered by Norton. Wolverines drop back into their zone. Ball to Cope. Cope back to Smith up top. And we got another timeout here for... I don't think he has another 30-second. Maybe he does. It's got to be, yeah, it's got to be full. Don't have a 30-second. It's a full timeout here. He used both his 30s already. So Coach Finger will call a full timeout, and Wolverines and Cougars will talk about it here. Again, as we hit here with 1:10 to go in the third quarter, stay tuned here right after we get done. We've got Wolverines will be doing a special presentation with a former player, and we'll have that player up here after that presentation. We'll hold on here and have that interview probably over on the boys stream, to be honest with you. We'll probably go ahead and cut it off and come back with the boys. That way we can be ready for pregame on that one. So, but we'll run the special here with this. Try and keep the video up and running. All right, Wolverines come back out, and it's going to be Norton, Foster, Jensen, Bixby, and Tyler are the five for the Wolverines. The five for the little change here for the Cougars. The five for the Cougars are going to be Cope, Lippert, Hooger, Olsen, and Cooper. Cope throws it, ends up throwing it, almost throwing it away, but Lippert gets it and then dribbles it off her leg and out of bounds. And Smith will check back in for Hooger. Ball into Foster. Foster setting up the lineup, or setting the offense. Jensen will come and get the screen. Foster out to Norton. Norton does the double dribble. She hesitated a little bit and held it up just a little too much. So ball will be out of bounds to the Cougars. Cope into Lippert. Lippert bringing the ball across. Tried to get the screen from Olsen. Ends up getting the ball to Smith. Smith with it. Over to Cope. Cope back to Smith. She looks to drive, and I think she walked before she got the shot up. So walked before the shot, so turnover to the Wolverines. With 34 seconds to go in the third quarter, Wolverines lead this one 46-23. Foster bringing it up. Foster's going to come over. 24 seconds. Foster looking to attack. Gets the shot up off the rim. Rebounded there by Lippert, but ball tipped away, and Bixby rips it away. Then a jump ball there down there on the end. It's going to be Wolverine basketball here with 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Martin Bixby will inbound for the Wolverines. Bixby throws it up to Foster. Foster with it up top. Wolverines will reset. Foster comes off the screen. Gets Jensen. Jensen over to Norton. 5 seconds to go. Norton up to Bixby. Bixby going to take the deep three off the side of the rim, and that's going to be the end of your third quarter. Wolverines lead this one 46-23 after three to get ready here for the final 8 minutes of this game. Last 8 minutes for the girls before the break. We'll be right back. We'll be right here. Again, I'm not going anywhere. I don't have any ads to run. So if we get some ads, we'll run them. But otherwise, we are going to be right here for the remainder of this. As I said, stay with me here after this game. We're going to have a quick presentation after after both teams shake hands. And then we'll be ready to go for boys game as they will come out and get ready to warm up. Again, interview with Coach Tagtow as we talked with him. Sounds like, he's got some good expectations from the guys tonight. Expect them to kind of come along here and play hard again and, see what happens. Here at home, they've looked pretty good, and they really played pretty well. That game against AP was really, they had that one down to 2 before AP pushed that one away. Guys just looked really tired at the end of that one. So Wolverines here, or Cougars here, will bring it in to start the fourth quarter. Cope into Smith. Cope, Smith, Lippert, Olson, and Cooper, the 5 for the Cougars. The Wolverines, it is Foster, Bixby, Buskell, Peterson, and Tyler. Ball skipped across to Smith. Tyler. Tyler steps in. Man, Tyler stepped right in and took the contact. And Smith misses the shot, and on the rebound, it's a tie-up. Not something you usually see when Peterson gets her hands on the ball. Foster with it coming across. Foster will go off the screen. Over to Bixby. Bixby into Peterson, and that is going to be a foul on Cooper on the ground. The first foul for the Cougars here in the fourth quarter, and second one on Cooper. Ball's lobbed up to Peterson on the inbound. Peterson will put it up and in. Ball kicked in by Olson to Smith. Smith with it, bringing it across. Taking her time, just gets it across with about 3 seconds to go. Over to Lippert. Lippert up to Olson. Olson kicks it to Cope. Cope over to Smith. Smith for 3 off the rim. Rebounded by Cooper. Up. Missed it. Rebounded by Peterson. She's going to come down court. She's bringing it herself. Ball is tipped away by Smith. So Peterson didn't see Smith coming in behind her. She tips it away. Wolverines put it in play. It looks like it's going to be Buskell. Buskell will put it in for the Wolverines. Kicks it, looks for Bixby. Bixby didn't have to save it, but did to Tyler. Tyler to Foster. Foster to Peterson. Peterson misses the layup. Rebounded by Lippert. I think Peterson expected some contact that didn't come. Lippert hands the ball off to Smith. Smith over to Lippert. Lippert looks into Cooper. Cooper up and in. Ball being brought across by Foster. Foster to Peterson. Peterson for 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded there by Cooper. Cooper. Ball ends up with Smith. Smith brings it across. Goes to Lippert. Lippert looks inside to Cooper, but taken away by Peterson. She's coming down court with it. She looks to Foster. Foster puts it up off the edge, but gets her own rebound out to Tyler. Tyler over to Busco. Busco will take the three off the rim. Tyler with the rebound. She misses it. Rebounded there by Cooper. Smith with it. Wolverines with a couple good shots there at the hoop. Smith with it. Goes around the screen over to Lippert. Lippert back to Smith. Smith comes in, attacks Peterson, gets the shot up and in. Peterson with those 3 fouls had to be a little careful there. Ball to Foster. Foster bringing it across. Foster to Tyler. Tyler hands it off to Busco. Busco to Peterson. Peterson looks for Bixby down the cut. Bixby back to Tyler. Tyler up and in. Smith with it, brings it across to Lippert. Lippert back to Smith. Wolverines lead this one 50-27. Ball over to Cope. Cope to Cooper. Cooper turns up and misses it. Ball is taken away on the rebound by Peterson. Peterson coming down court. And she gets the shot to go, and they're going to get a block on Cope. Wasn't sure what they were going to call there, but they get the bucket. Counts. Peterson gets the 2. She's going to get a chance at the third one. And subs coming in for the Wolverines will be Sylvie Fuller and Izzy Norton for Miranda Tyler and Maddie Busco. And it looks like Elizabeth Kilty is in for Cope. Peterson free throw missed, rebounded by Cooper. Cooper to Smith. Smith looking up to Lippert, who's down court. She gets the ball just taken away by Peterson. Peterson bringing the ball back down court. Goes up to Norton and a little bit out in front of her. Couldn't quite make the connection. That was a tough pass to throw and just a little bit too far out for Norton. Smith going to bring the ball back down here for the Cougars. Wolverines do lead this one 52-27 with 4:18 to go in the game. Ball is tipped away. Fuller on the deck for it. And ball ends up in Bixby's hands. Bixby to Foster. Foster back to Bixby, who's out on the wing. Did not quite get her feet set. Rebounded by Norton. Norton to Fuller. Fuller into Peterson. Peterson up and good with the left hand. And a timeout by Coach Dahl just to get a substitution in. That's going to be Abby Jensen in for Peyton Peterson. Peterson will exit the night with 3 fouls and 16 points. I don't know what she had for rebounds, but she had quite a few of those too. And coming across here is Smith. Will bring it across for the Wolverines. So reset for the Wolverines. Norton, Foster, Jensen, Fuller, and Bixby. Smith with it. Kicks the ball out to Lippert. She's going to shoot the 3. Shot is up, off the back, and out. Ball to Jensen. Jensen to Foster. Or to Norton. Norton to Foster, who hits the layup. Wolverines moving the ball down court very quickly. Come down. Smith going to get the ball to Kilty. Kilty goes into Cooper, and she misses it. Rebounded by Jensen. Couple good rebounds by Jensen. Ball going to get to Foster here. Foster brings it across. Foster to Bixby. Bixby to Jensen, who fumbles it and travels. Yep, she tried to make a move as she caught it and didn't quite have it. Tyler is going to come back in for Fuller, and Kaylin Meester will come in for Peyton Foster. So Wolverines currently Norton, Meester, Fuller, Jensen, and Tyler. Smith bringing it across for the Cougars. She takes it over to Deemer, who came in that last break. And that ball then into Cooper and thrown away. Izzy Norton is going to come out, and Kennedy Silman will come in. Another new one for the Wolverines. It looks like we're going to get Mariah Ash in as well here shortly. Meester turns a corner. Kicks it over to Silman. She's going to kick it out to Jensen. Jensen back to Meester. Meester with the drive out to Fuller. Fuller for 3. Hits it. So Smith with the ball. Great shot there by Fuller. Smith brings it right in. Blocked by Silman, and she is going to collect the foul there on Smith. Got the block. Silman got the ball, and then Smith fouls her. It's going to be her first, and here comes Mariah Ash for Miranda Tyler. So that is the Wolverines. Everybody in tonight. Great job. We got a full timeout here by, it's like Coach Finger called a full timeout for the Cougars. So we will reset our lineup here as we come out. It's going to be Meester, Jensen, Fuller, Ash, and Silman will be the 5 on the court for the Wolverines. And we'll have some substitutions coming in for AGWSR as well. So looking at their bench, it looks like it is Hoosier, Culver, Kilty, Deemer, and I think that's Smith. Yep, it's Smith. So Cougars coming in with their subs. Wolverines with their bench in right now. And Ash will inbound it to Meester. Meester with the ball. 2:12 to go in the game. Wolverines up 59-27. Screen by Jensen. Meester over to Fuller. Fuller to Jensen. Jensen over to Ash. Ash back to Meester. 17 on the shot clock. Meester out to Jensen. Jensen back to Meester. Meester to Ash. Ash to Fuller. Fuller to Meester. Out to Jensen. Jensen will take the shot. Off the rim. Rebounded by Hoosier. Smith with the ball coming across. Tip there. Ball Deemer's hands. Now back to Smith. Smith with the ball. Kicks it over to Kilty. Silman steps in front. Ball gets taken away. Meester bringing it across here. 1:13 to go. Meester on the drive. Out to Ash. Ash for 3. Got it. Mariah Ash from the corner with the 3. Assist to Kaylin Meester. Good job, Meester, driving and hitting the open shooter. Smith with the ball coming across. Smith with it up top. Takes it over to Kilty. Kilty, that ball, Jensen steps in front of it. She looked to make that pass to Deemer. And we're going to have another substitution here. It's going to be Riley Hensey coming in for Smith. So another sub here for the Cougars with 34 seconds to go in the game. Hoosier with it up top. Hoosier over to Deemer. Deemer back to Hoosier. Hoosier up top with it. Back to Deemer. Deemer's going to take the 3. Off the rim. Rebound by Hoosier. Hoosier goes to Kilty, and looks like that one went out of bounds. Clock is running. Wolverines will finish this game off here. 7 seconds to go. Ball inbounded there. Inbounded to Kilty. Kilty. And that is going to do it. Wolverine girls come away with a victory, 62-27 tonight against AGWSR. And great job by the girls tonight. Everybody got everybody in. Got some good looks by, I think, everybody. Really played well. So we are going to go to, we're going to stay here for just a minute. As I said, the Wolverines are going to have a special announcement and a presentation here. So we will get ready for that, and then we'll be, like I said, we'll take a break, and then we'll be back with the girls or with the boys program here after that. So we get ready here. Coach Dahl gets ready to make the announcement. Looks like Ellery not coming out. Coach Dahl and Ellery going to half court. And
if you please direct your attention to our video board. It's been a short video clip here.
So again, that was a. So Coach Dahl going to talk here.
Ellery Knox surpassed 1,000 points, and she's joined an elite group of 1,000-point scorers at Dike-New Hartford. That would be Peyton Peterson, Ellie Foster, Kim Floss, and now Ellery Knox. Ellen is playing at William Jewell, where she came up for this presentation. Obviously, we were at state last year and couldn't really find the time to get this in, but we're glad she was able to come back up. She came as a freshman as a post and ended as a point guard for the Wolverines. So congratulations, Ellen.
All right, we are going to switch over here real quick. As I said, we're going to switch over to the boys stream. So I'm going to jump off of here, and we'll come back to the boys stream, and we will be joined by Ellery Knock to start that stream off. So everybody hang on here, and we will be right back.